So if you work with kids in any capacity whatsoever, at any grade level, you're entirely aware of how engaged our students are with the video game industry. They love their games, and they talk about them all the time. Sometimes we may wish our students could be that engaged when they're in our classrooms. Aside from enormous production budgets and outlandish graphics, one reason video games are so appealing is that they're perfectly designed, limited environments. Your brain can take a break because the entire world is not at your fingertips. Without the weight of the regular world on her shoulders, a video gamer can free up working memory and focus on the path toward mastery of the game according to a limited set of rules. Okay, so how do we apply this to our classroom? For an English teacher, how do I limit the outside world so that my students can allow their brains to take a little bit of a break and, in fact, just focus on a clear path toward learning? Well, I found a collaborative storytelling tool online that I think fits into our gamification model. It's called Storium.com, and it's pretty cool. So I found this on the commonsense.org website, Common Sense Media, and it was part of a storytelling collection aimed at English teachers, and it's pretty cool. Basically, you create an account for yourself and all your students. It is paid in normal times, but right now during COVID it's free, and you get to just have up to 4-player games where you and your students, or just groups of students, can tell a collaborative story.
You win the game by working with your fellow players to tell a story that matches the cards you played and has both a beginning and an ending.
So instead of a typical Zoom day of distance learning, today my students and I put together a narrative in a 4-player game. Turn by turn, we added little bits of narrative until we eventually cobbled together a story about a dystopic future in which no one can remember anything, and we had to break into a secret government facility to release the memories of society. If games allow us to turn our brains off, then the important part for us as teachers might be creating a sort of a landing space for students as we contextualize the fun of the video game into our larger learning goals in the classroom. What happened during the game? What went well? What was frustrating? If it was fun, what parts of it were fun? Can we now make this experience of storytelling fun in class or in groups? Do we even need the website anymore, or can we do this in a circle? And to borrow the concept of empowerment from my main man, George Couros, we need to ride the wave of engagement into the empowerment of learning. Gaming environments are super cool, hyper-effective scaffolds that we can use in the way that Durbin describes as learning modules. Interchangeable bricks that we can use to establish a solid conceptual understanding and then set aside until we might need them again. But we also have to give ourselves credit as educators in artfully connecting those bricks to a larger overall structure, providing for students the empowering feeling of seeing how all the pieces fit together.